Hey,
I'm JQ.
I'm TQ.
We're the Q Brothers, and this is Small Flower TV. So we're here to do one more.
Two more, but this is we're gonna do right now. L'artisan parfumeur. That's my French way of saying it. I hope that was good.
Nice, nice.
Does that sound French? Would you believe I'm French?
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, L'Artisan has this fragrance that T's been absolutely bonkers over.
Lately, it's my new hot one.
Mechant Loup.
And
was that pretty good French?
I think
Did I sound French right then?
Yeah, I think you it was like a little heavy on the Loup, you know? Like, it's like Mechant Loup.
Oh,
you know,
nice.
like that. Yeah. I don't know. Neither of us speak any French. We're just fakers. But anyway, but we do speak perfume a little bit and fragrance.
Anyway, this is called Mechant Loup.
Now, Mechant Loup is...
Which means big bad wolf.
It means big bad wolf.
Which is awesome.
It's incredible. This is designed by Bertrand Duchaufour, I think, who's there,
nice.
who also did, I think, sartorial for Penhaligon's.
Nice.
And he did a couple other L'Artisan fragrances. I don't know a lot about this person, but I know he's an expert. But I'm finding, based on what I like, that I must be a huge Bertrand fan.
Yeah.
So thank you, Bertrand.
Nice.
Because you have...
They're saying, in
you're
the
a
description
master.
here, the scent of the forest with a fairy tale twist. Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, so Jay,
let's try
I know this pretty well. You don't know it that well. So
you have it, right?
I own it. I'm wearing it actually today.
No, nice.
So, first note, what do you get?
Well, it's woodsy for sure, right? There's like,
yeah,
I'm getting wood in there, but I'm getting a honey thing almost.
Think about this. This is what I think of, and they say it in there. But I said it. I fell in love with this fragrance when I first smelled it with the rep sitting outside of a cafe, and I opened it up, and I was like, I must have that.
Yeah.
Hazelnuts.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I say this like honey and kind of wet grass. Like you're on a farm, like a barn or something.
Forest, right?
Yeah, it's like wet grass, but like wet dried hay almost. You get that? Like a dried hay kind of thing. Like you smell that's a very sweet smell. Like in a barn, you go a bale of hay, and there's a sweetness to it, like this dried grass that.
And perhaps that's what you're getting from the combination.
Which is
of that wood with licorice, when they say licorice.
Oh yeah, of course.
So that's the sweetness probably.
But
I was getting honey for sure.
Yeah. But I think the honey scent comes from that sweetness of the to me at least. But anyway, but it's not something. If I describe that, I said, Jay, like I think you'd love this. You can smell like wet grass, like wet dried hay. It's not something you think you'd not something you think you'd want, but somehow there's a magical, like nutty quality to it that to me.
Yeah, because the hazelnut is a sweet nut, right?
Yeah, I think of it as a sweet nut, right? Like it's always a dessert. It's a dessert nut. You don't, or if it's used in food, it's adding like a sort of a rich and sweetness to it. You know, hazelnut encrusted, whatever. Like that's already pushing into sweetness.
Yeah, so it gets really woodsy up front, and then that mellows out quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, they talk about it having a food quality.
Yeah, and it certainly fades into a foodie thing.
Yeah, and I was to say, like, I think of, when I first smelled this, I thought, like, this is edible, and I want to be edible like this. Like, this is a good kind of edible. You know, I want people to smell me and be like, holy cow, I could eat you up. I can't believe I said that. I don't know if that's what I really thought, but that's what I'm thinking right now as I'm smelling this.
That is awesome. It's super well balanced.
Yeah, like here's
that sweetness of the honey, and then the sort of licorice and the hazelnut thing is all balanced with woodsy. Like,
well, I was gonna say that, which pushes it in my mind definitely toward a masculine scent.
Yeah,
I'm not saying there are adventurous women who would wear this and would smell great on them, but this is not a unisex scent by like my first smell.
No,
and I should say, who wouldn't like this? If you are the spice guy, if you love bay rum and that's like your ideal fragrance, this is not for you, I don't think, right?
Yeah, no, it's definitely not that front end on the spiciness. There is some pepper in there.
Yeah,
but it's definitely
the spices are all playing a back role. Yeah. And if you're a big citrus guy, like if you love juniper sling or something like this, and that's your ideal fragrance, and you always want a note of citrus, this has none.
No citrus at all.
There's none of that sharp acidic kind of. No.
The thing I like is this is a warm one without being super heavy.
Yeah, you know what? I sort of, you know me, I don't do the spicy fragrances like the bay rums and anything that has where clove and those things play a big role. I like them on other people. I don't wear them. And the thing, so I love warm fragrances that don't get their warmth from big hot spices.
Yeah.
And this is one that it's
From
warm,
sweet,
but it's not hot at all.
Sweet wood and nuts,
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
It's cool. It's great.
So anyway, if you're looking for something new, obviously we're talking about, these are,
now I'm getting like hazelnuts with honey just dripped all over them.
Yeah. But still, there's a... I was gonna say, this is L'Artisan.
Awesome.
It's not it's a splurge for most people to buy L'Artisan fragrance because they're expensive. But they're so concentrated and they smell so good that, to me, if you wear a few different fragrances, you can easily use this for a year or longer if you're using this occasionally.
I always talk about fragrances in terms of season, and this one feels like late summer, early fall, where you're like, you might be like wearing like it might get a little crispy at night.
But I also think it's late, it's like winter anticipating spring. You know what I mean?
That same sort of transitional.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think that's, even though right now it's January, I'm mentally transitioning to spring because we're in Chicago. Then I've switched to this for the past few weeks because I felt like I need something new. I need what's going to push me there. Anyway.
Enjoy.
Thanks.